Have you ever noticed how, as we age, the simple things start to mean the most? Like getting out of a chair easily, walking up the stairs without a pause, or feeling that quiet confidence when you move. What if I told you there's one simple movement, no machines, no equipment, no noise, that can help you keep all of that strength, balance, and vitality alive? It's called the horse stance. And if you're over 60, it might just be one of the most powerful 2 minutes of your day. Now, before you think, oh, that's just some martial arts thing, hear me out. This isn't about fighting or flexibility tricks. This is about building strength where it matters most, in your legs, your core, and your mind. Because let's be honest, the goal isn't to move faster anymore. It's to move better, live steadier, and stay independent. The horse stance is deceptively simple. You're not running, you're not jumping, and yet, in just a short time, you'll start feeling muscles wake up that you forgot you even had. You can do it in your living room, in the garden, even next to your bed before sleep. No fancy gear, no pressure, just you and a bit of stillness. But here's where it gets really interesting. This one posture can build strength, improve posture, calm your mind, and even boost circulation in ways most exercises can't. It's been practiced for centuries by monks, martial artists, and healers not because it looks impressive, but because it transforms the body from the inside out. So today, let us dive into what really happens when you start doing the horse stance every day, especially if you were over 60. Because the truth is, your body isn't slowing down. It's just waiting for you to remind it how powerful it still is. Let's start with something simple, your foundation. When was the last time you thought about your legs? Most of us take them for granted until they ache, swell, or feel weak. But here's the truth. Real strength doesn't start in your arms or your abs. It starts from the ground up. Your legs are the pillars of your independence. They carry you, support you, and protect you from falls. And when you step into the horse stance, those pillars come alive again. As you slowly lower yourself into the position, your thighs engage, your glutes tighten, and your calves activate to hold you steady. There's no jumping, no jerking, no stress on your knees, just steady, controlled effort. It's like lighting up every muscle below your waist all at once. And over time, those muscles grow stronger, not just in appearance, but in endurance and balance. Think about it. Climbing stairs, getting in and out of a car, standing up from the couch. These are things we want to do with ease, right? The horse stance trains your body for exactly those real-life moments. And the best part? You don't have to lift a single dumbbell. You just have to stand, the right way. Now, if you're thinking, I've lost too much strength to start, don't worry. The beauty of this stance is that you can begin wherever you are. Even a shallow version of the pose gives you results. Over days and weeks, your legs will start to feel more solid. That sense of power and steadiness that might have faded a bit over the years, it begins to come back. And that feeling, that confidence when you walk, that's priceless. But here's something most people don't realize. When your legs get stronger, everything else improves. Your circulation, your balance, even your energy levels rise. That is because the legs are not just for moving. They pump blood back to your heart. They stabilize your core, and they're connected to nearly every major muscle chain in your body. Strengthen your legs, and you strengthen your life. Now let's talk about your core. Not the six-pack kind you see in magazines, but the kind that keeps you upright, stable, and pain-free. After 60, your core isn't about looks. It's about function. It's the silent support system that helps you stand tall, turn without twisting awkwardly, and lift things safely. When you hold the horse stance, your entire midsection, front, back, and sides, has to fire up to keep you steady. You're not leaning forward, not slouching, not wobbling. You're holding yourself tall, centered, and balanced. That quiet effort, that gentle tension, is your deep core waking up. And the results? Better posture, reduced back pain, and a noticeable difference in how you move. Imagine sitting longer without discomfort, standing in line without shifting weight from one foot to another, or bending down without that uh-oh twinge in your lower back. That's the kind of strength that matters now. Not flashy, not fast, but lasting. The horse stance also teaches your body to breathe properly again. You'll notice that as you hold it, your breath naturally deepens, in through the nose, out through the mouth. That kind of breathing massages your spine from the inside, eases tension in your back, and calms the nervous system. It's one of the few exercises that trains both strength and stillness together, and maybe that's what makes it so powerful. In a world where everything feels rushed, where we're told to go, 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 this simple act of standing still reconnects you to your body. It slows your mind, quiets the noise, and reminds you that you're in control. You're not just holding a pose, you're holding your ground. If you practice this daily, even for just 2 minutes, you'll start to notice changes, not only in your legs or your posture, but in how you carry yourself throughout the day. You'll feel steadier, lighter, and maybe even a little younger. Because strength isn't just about lifting heavy things, it's about lifting yourself out of stiffness, out of fatigue, out of the mindset that aging means slowing down. So the next time you have a quiet moment, instead of reaching for your phone or sitting down right away, stand tall, take a deep breath, and try it. Sink gently into the horse stance. Feel your feet grip the floor. Feel your legs come alive. Breathe. Stay. You don't need to move to make progress. Sometimes strength is found in stillness. And as you hold that stillness, something else begins to happen. A sense of balance returns, both inside and out. But that's something we'll talk about next. Because the real magic of this stance isn't just in your muscles. It's in the way it reawakens your connection to your body. You know that feeling when you re-walking and suddenly reach for something to steady yourself? A wall, a chair, maybe someone's arm? That little wobble can be unsettling, can't it? It's not weakness, it's just your balance, quietly slipping away over time. The truth is, balance isn't lost in a single fall. It fades slowly, step by step, as the connection between your body and your brain grows weaker. But the good news? You can bring it back. And one of the simplest ways to do that is through the horse stance. When you hold this position, your body is working like a finely tuned machine. Your feet are grounded, your knees are awake, your hips are engaged, and your mind is alert. Every second you stand there, your body and brain are talking, recalibrating. It's like pressing the reset button on your internal GPS. You start to feel where you are in space again, to trust your body to catch you when you move. That's called proprioception, and it's one of the quiet superpowers of this stance. Over time, this small daily habit builds an incredible sense of stability. You'll notice that you recover from little stumbles faster, that your steps feel more confident, that you can stand longer without fatigue. It is not about becoming an athlete. It is about walking through your day with calm assurance. That's what real balance feels like, and it doesn't stop there. This posture also helps restore a kind of balance most people never talk about, the one happening below the belt. Let's be honest, as we get older, our circulation slows, and the muscles around our pelvis and hips don't get the attention they deserve. But here's the fascinating thing. When you hold the horse stance, you're not just training your legs, you're also engaging a deep network of muscles that support your hips, bladder, and even your sexual health. Now, that might sound surprising, but it's true. The still tension in this position draws blood flow toward your pelvic region. For men, that can support better circulation and function, and for women, it strengthens the pelvic floor muscles that help with stability and bladder control. This isn't about vanity or performance, it's about vitality. It's about feeling alive and connected to your body again, in ways that most of us stop thinking about as we age. Think about it. When circulation improves, everything improves. More oxygen, more energy, better recovery. It's like gently waking up parts of yourself that have been resting too long. You don't have to talk about it with anyone. You'll just feel the difference quietly, within you. That spark of vitality doesn't have to fade with time. It just needs a little nudge. And there's something else special happening during that quiet hold. Your breathing changes. You may notice that the longer you stand, the deeper and slower your breath becomes. That's not an accident. The horse stance naturally encourages diaphragmatic breathing, which signals the body to relax, reduces stress hormones, and calms the nervous system. It's funny how something so simple can shift so much. You start this movement to strengthen your legs, but you end up calming your mind. That's the hidden beauty of it. The stillness on the outside builds resilience on the inside. Because the moment your legs start to shake, your mind starts to talk, doesn't it? It whispers, "This is hard. You can stop now." But if you stay, breathe, and hold, something changes. You realize you're stronger than that voice. That's the kind of quiet mental strength that carries into everything else in life. When stress hits, when plans change, when things feel uncertain, you've already trained yourself to stay calm, breathe, and hold steady. You're not just strengthening your muscles, you're training your spirit to stay centered under pressure. And that kind of resilience? It's rare, it's powerful, and it doesn't fade with age. It grows with practice. Many people call this a form of moving meditation, though you're not moving at all. But the focus it builds, the patience it teaches, that's something younger folks often chase through mindfulness apps or yoga classes. You, on the other hand, can find it standing still for just 2 minutes a day. And here's where it gets even better. While you're building strength and calmness, your joints are quietly healing. Over the years, joints start to complain. Knees ache, hips stiffen, ankles lose their bounce. It's easy to assume that's just part of getting older, but a lot of it comes from neglect. Too much sitting, too little movement, too much impact when we finally do move. The horse stance solves that by training the joints through gentle, aligned tension. Every time you hold it, the muscles, ligaments, and tendons around your knees and hips are strengthened in perfect harmony. No grinding, no pounding, no pain. It's what experts call isometric loading, the safest way to build strong support without damage. Over time, the stiffness eases, the creaks quiet down, and the joints start to feel lubricated again. It's a quiet kind of healing. No surgery, no pills, no fancy stretches, just stillness that strengthens from the inside out. One of the most common fears people share after 60 is losing independence. But independence doesn't disappear overnight. It fades when you stop trusting your body, when you feel unsure walking across the room or carrying groceries. This stance helps you reclaim that trust. It builds the kind of real-world strength that keeps you steady when life gets unpredictable, like stepping on a wet floor or catching your balance when someone bumps into you. And let's not forget the hips. You know that tight, achy feeling when you stand up after sitting too long? That little stiffness when you get out of the car? The horse stance opens that up beautifully. As you lower your body into position, your hips naturally begin to loosen, and your lower back releases tension. You don't have to go deep. Even a mild bend is enough to invite flexibility back into the joints that matter most. Over time, that stiffness that used to greet you in the morning starts to fade, replaced by a quiet fluidity in your movement. You might not notice it after the first day, or even the first week. But one morning, you'll get up, move, and realize. It feels easier. You're steadier. You're lighter. That's progress. Not dramatic, not flashy, but deeply real. And maybe that's what this is all about. Not turning back the clock, but making the moments ahead stronger, calmer, and more confident. Because your body still remembers how to move freely, it is just waiting for you to remind it. By now, you're probably starting to imagine it. Standing still, breathing deeply, feeling your legs, your core, your mind working together. And maybe, just maybe you're thinking, can something this simple really make such a big difference? The answer is yes. Because while the horse stance may look like doing nothing, it's quietly transforming everything. Your strength, your focus, your energy, and even the way you feel about yourself. You see, when your body stands strong, your energy begins to shift. That gentle tension from the stance doesn't to just wake up muscles. It wakes up your entire system. Blood flows better, oxygen moves freely, and suddenly, you feel more alert, more alive. And the best part? It's all natural. No pills, no caffeine, no artificial boost. Just your body remembering what it's capable of. Many people over 60 start to notice their energy dip in the afternoons, or that spark they used to have feels dimmer. But here's something fascinating. The horse stance can help bring that spark back. When you hold this pose, your body experiences something scientists call controlled stress. It's the good kind, the kind that tells your body, hey, it's time to adapt. It's time to grow stronger. In response, your body balances its hormones. Cortisol, the stress hormone, begins to drop. Endorphins, the feel-good hormones, rise. Testosterone and estrogen stabilize, even in small but meaningful ways. What does that mean for you? Better mood, better sleep, sharper focus, and that gentle sense of vitality that makes you want to move, to walk, to enjoy your day. You may even notice that your appetite feels more balanced and your energy lasts longer through the evening. That's not magic. That's biology working in your favor again. And let's not overlook the mental side. Holding the horse stance teaches you to stay calm under pressure, quite literally. When your legs start to shake, your breath deepens. When your body wants to quit, your focus kicks in. That quiet mental training seeps into your everyday life. Suddenly, when something stressful happens, a delay, an argument, an unexpected change, you notice you're not as reactive. You breathe. You hold. You stay grounded. That's the kind of emotional resilience most people spend years trying to cultivate through meditation, therapy, or mindfulness retreats. Yet here you are, finding it by simply standing still for a few minutes a day. The stance becomes more than exercise. It becomes a practice of strength and stillness, both physical and emotional. Now, if you've ever felt like your joints or muscles were too stiff for workouts, this is where the horse stance truly shines. Because unlike running, jumping, or weightlifting, this movement builds strength without strain. You're not grinding cartilage or stressing ligaments. You're conditioning them gently. Every second you hold the stance, you're sending signals to your body to rebuild the connective tissues that keep your joints healthy. Your knees, hips, and ankles align perfectly, training the small stabilizer muscles that protect you from falls. Over time, this leads to smoother movement and fewer aches. And if you've been afraid of exercise because of arthritis or joint pain, this is your invitation to move again. Safely, slowly, confidently. You don't have to push. You don't have to compete. You just have to be and hold. And here's something beautiful to realize. When you practice the horse stance, you're not just working a few muscles. You're engaging almost every major muscle in your body. Your legs, core, back, shoulders, even your arms if you choose to hold them out or together in front of you. It's a full-body workout hiding in plain sight. On the outside, you're still. On the inside, everything's alive. This is why people who practice it daily often describe a calm energy afterward. Not exhaustion, not adrenaline, but grounded strength. You finish standing taller, breathing easier, and walking with a little more purpose. That's what balanced energy feels like. Now let's talk about practicality, because not everyone wants to spend hours working out. That's the beauty of this practice. It doesn't require hours. It takes minutes. You can do it right when you wake up, while the kettle's boiling, or before bedtime. You don't need space, shoes, or equipment, just your own body. It's like carrying a personal gym inside you everywhere you go. And yes, you'll have days when it feels easy, and others when it feels like your legs are made of fire. That's okay. That's how you grow. Because every time you stay just a few seconds longer, you're building something powerful. Not just muscle, but character. You're proving to yourself that growth never stops, no matter the age. So how do you start? Stand tall. Take a breath. Step your feet out about twice your shoulder width, toes slightly outward. Then lower your hips as if you're sitting on an invisible stool. Keep your back straight, chest lifted, and eyes forward. Don't rush. Hold it for as long as you can. 20 seconds, 30 seconds, even a minute. Rest, breathe. Do it again tomorrow. Slowly, you'll notice the change, not just in how you move, but in how you feel. And if you have knee or hip issues, start small. There's no race here. This is about progress, not perfection. Even a shallow stance will begin to build the foundation you need. If you feel pain, ease up. Listen to your body. It's wiser than you think. Here's something to remember. Strength doesn't fade because we age. It fades because we stop using it. But the moment you begin again, your body listens. It responds. It rebuilds. You're not too old, not too late, not too far gone. You're simply one decision away from reconnecting with the strength that's always been there. So here's my invitation to you. Give yourself 2 minutes a day. Just 2, find a quiet spot, plant your feet, take a breath, and stand. Let that stillness remind you that you're not slowing down. You're refining, recalibrating, rediscovering. If this video spoke to you, take a moment to like it, share it with a friend who could use a little encouragement, and let me know in the comments how long you were able to hold your stance today. I read every single one, and I love hearing your stories. And remember, your body is not your past, it's your potential. The horse stance isn't just about standing strong, it's about living strong. 2 minutes, every day, because your best years aren't behind you. They're right here, waiting for you to take your stance.